Hey, good morning, everyone. It is fog's lifting up in Gina. You can actually see things now, and we're looking from a couple hundred feet up, and that's what we're seeing right there. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Let me go and say good morning to everyone that said good morning. Good morning, Miss Linda. Good morning, Catherine, Sandy, Christine, Donna, Dottie, and Dawn. Wow, a lot of D's there. All right, so Gina, looking good here. We have some clouds out there. We have the fog lifting up there. Still a little bit of a visibility restriction, perhaps, if you're flying in this morning, flying out this morning. I did not check the exact visibility, but I can do that in like 3 seconds here. See what we have here as of 9 o'clock out at Alexandria International Airport, and the visibility at last check is not available. Well, that's great, guys. Thanks. Let me see here. Okay, the last one at 9:40 is available. That's back up to 5 miles. We did get down to a mile out there this morning, so we had some fog, but it wasn't the worst we'd ever seen out at the airport. Radar also showing that we have not much going on here across the area. It is, we've had rain way up into, Maine in late December and all that. This storm really brought some warm air with it. Some mountain snow out here. I'm going to show you the very depressing map that shows how little snow is on the ground across the country right now, but that's going to change, and we will talk about that as well. Here's your last 5 days. This includes both storm systems that came through. We have about 1 to 5 inches for most. Had some areas pop out above 6 there over the last 5 days, and some real big heavy rain across southern Alabama and Mississippi, where they had a lot of storm activity as well. So it's been busy. It is now pretty laid back and calm, and we do like that. I like to forecast all the crazy, but I also like to just kind of sit back. Oh, and I adjusted the crawl. I wanted to see if it was as simple as adding the text, because my friend helped me with this. So Cenlaw weather presented by Igloo Roofing, and I'm doing my best to make it snow. I didn't know if you caught that, but yes, that is down there, and I am doing my best. I'm looking at things. I can't really control it. So southerly winds for today, going to kick up to about 10 to 15. Going to see higher gusts, probably up around 20 miles per hour. That may knock loose a couple of those limbs that were knocked down from the storms the other day, but nothing bad. We're not going to see wind advisories or anything like that. For today, temperatures get up into the 70s, it looks like, and if this is your thing, we only have a couple more. I think this is the only day like that for probably the next at least 2 weeks. So we may get close on Sunday. We shall see. For today, no severe outlook. We have just a few storms up there in the Ohio River Valley back towards St. Louis. And here's that map I was talking about. So hardly any snow on the ground down to Minneapolis. The snow is being eaten up here as that warm air and rain goes up that way. Always going to see a lot of snow in the mountains, even up into the Canadian border here, hardly any snow into Montana. Again, big changes coming. So this first cold push is going to come down, and that's going to kind of cool things off. That second one's going to come down. It's going to put a lot of snow all over the country, and we're going to see this place turn into winter wonderland. Not this place, perhaps, but somewhere close. Look at this. So I wanted to kind of get through the temperatures here. Yeah, it's cold up north and everything, but that's going to kind of stay sealed up there. Let's go toward the end of this here on the GFS run. About 8 days out, you can see there comes the big blast of cold air right down there. That's going to put it, this is 10 a.m., so this is a forecast by a model. This is not exact, but it gives us a good idea. We are well below zero from Billings to Minneapolis over to Fargo. Teens, single numbers into Missouri. You get the idea. That cold air is really going to be dumping down here. 40 degrees in Alexandria. Again, one model run. I'm just giving you the idea here, showing you that big purple area up over Canada and northern United States, and that's going to just pull right down here along the eastern side of the Rockies. Eastern 2/3 of the country. We are going to get really cold. Going to see a little rain out of this before it gets really cold, probably about 1/4 of an inch to an inch statewide over the next week or so. And your 7-day forecast, well, it shows that we're going to see the warm up today, 72. We come back down into the 50s for Wednesday and Thursday. We stay probably near or just below 60 through Saturday, then get a little bump on Sunday. And then after that, that's when the big cold comes. And if you didn't see it yesterday, we have a lot of blue on the map in the 8 to 14 day outlook here. We have the core of cold air that will be overhead, I think, in this time frame. So we're looking from about January 7th to the 14th. That's the time frame I'm really watching for a lot of cold air to come down. The precipitation, yeah, there will be some in here, but the question is, will this coincide with the cold air? A lot of the stuff I've seen, it's kind of cool on the ensembles. That cold air is so strong that it's pushing down and putting snow down over the northern Gulf, like actually in the Gulf of Mexico. So when I see that, I'm like, okay, is it going to be too cold and going to push everything south? We saw that on Christmas Day in, I believe it was 2000. Was that 2004 or 3? What is this year? I'm trying to think of how old Lily is. It was one of those. Okay, so we had that, and we had snow down in like Cameron, Holly Beach, down to Corpus Christi and all that, but we didn't have a flake up here. So I'm not saying something like that's going to happen, but there are scenarios where we are actually too far north to see it. So it's going to get cold. I do know that, and then we're going to see if any moisture tries to interact with that. And if it does, well, then we would see something wintry around the area. And Carol, I'm going to pretend I didn't see that. No snow would be awesome. Oh, just a little. I don't want it to ruin anyone's livelihood or anything like that, but would love to see it. The unfortunate thing is this is the kind of cold where at least some indications are we may get down into the teens, low 20s, something like that. So if that happens, then that kind of hard freeze can cause its own set of issues. And we don't root for that kind of stuff, of course, but would love to see a few snowflakes out there, and I will not apologize for it. All right, I'm going to see you back here tomorrow. Have a wonderful day. What do we have, like 38 hours left in 2025 on the way in. Let's make it a good one. I will see you back here before 2025 tomorrow morning. See you later.